Hi. Today I had a question come in and I thought I would make a video to answer this question. How can I get my partner more on board with his fertility health? And I thought, what a better time to answer this question than with my own partner right next to me. Hi.
Hey.
Drive safe. So I'm going to recall our preparation for fertility journey, and I'm going to go right to the beginning when we were making intentions of starting a family. Would have been right after our wedding. We would have had some discussions. However, it didn't happen right away, and the discussion sort of lingered in terms of being ready, the two of us. I felt like I was ready first and Aaron was ready a little bit later than me. Do you remember feeling a little bit of resistance, Aaron? Like when when we were talking about starting a family in the first place? This is before any preparation. Do you feel, what did you feel? Do you recall?
I think it would be fair to say that there was some apprehension in the early days. Uncertainty.
What was going on? Do you think, where was the uncertainty mostly placed?
Just fear about not knowing. Just change to our lifestyle that we've gotten used to, just the two of us.
The freedoms,
loss of freedoms, perceived loss of freedoms. It's not really the case.
What other fears?
Fear about being a good parent.
Oh yeah, this is very I relate to that as well. I think that not necessarily gender specific fear. I think it's such a new experience for everyone. I certainly feared of that as well, being a good parent, and all of these fears come up even before the preparation. So emotionally and spiritually, getting your partner on board, it means that you might have to get through your own fears in the first place. To do you feel like someone had to be a little bit more confident in making the first moves, even in the conversation? Like, did it help that I was a bit more ready?
Yeah, I think so. It helped. But it also helped to just keep talking about it, even though sometimes it was a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, you got to keep talking about it and be respectful of one another, I suppose, was the big thing. You were persistent, but not insensitive. Let's put it that way.
That's good feedback. I'm glad that I'm hearing this. Well, what happened was, eventually we decided, okay, we want to give this a go, even though there was still a little bit of apprehension. And do you remember we were doing a cleanse? We did a cleanse together. We saw a nutritionist, and
yep,
we cleaned up our act, and we took some supplements, anti-inflammatories, and
swore off alcohol and
alcohol.
Got fit and healthy.
What's your other favorite thing that you got off? You stopped having your regular...
No, I still had coffee.
Really?
Yeah, I still had coffee.
I'm pretty sure you stopped.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe only for a short time.
Maybe for a couple of months?
Probably blocked that out of my memory.
Yeah. The coffee lover. So, as some of you may relate, but I certainly went off that. I remember going off white foods, starchy foods,
yeah, I remember doing that.
All the things that make my tummy feel
we did,
bloated.
We were pretty good on no sugar as well, like processed sugar.
Yes, absolutely.
Sweets and cakes, and yeah.
We went organic, and I'm not sure if we went organic before conceiving or after, but there was a time where we were really clean and organic and lean. And green. So there was certainly a period of time where we did that, at least a couple of months that I recall. Then what happened was we conceived, and we were so happy. It was probably faster than we expected. However, that pregnancy didn't keep, and it didn't hold. So we did lose that little bundle. How did you go after that, Aaron? Like, I know it's sort of not the question that you expected me to ask, but what do you remember feeling?
Yeah, it was pretty I think it was like a bit of I don't know, shock and just sadness, and because I remember that post the miscarriage, it was something that we realized we had to just talk about, because in our life none of our family, friends, granted we were amongst the first of our friends to start having kids, but people didn't really talk about miscarriage.
Yeah.
So for us to have had one was kind of a bit of uncertainty about how to deal with it, and what that meant and all that sort of stuff. I kind of feel I don't know, reflecting on it, correct me if I'm wrong, we had a lot going on at that time in our life, with your work, my work, in general, and I think from memory we kind of reflected on it all, and we're kind of well, maybe we weren't mentally, even though we were doing the physical stuff, as in the cleanse and all that sort of thing, that we weren't maybe mentally actually in the right headspace and ready for it, and maybe it was a little bit of the universe maybe telling us that maybe we weren't quite in the right headspace. And then I think I remember post that we did a lot of work on ourselves, mentally getting in the right headspace. And I remember personally, you mentioned it before, there was that little bit of apprehension still maybe about conceiving. But after the miscarriage, I remember for myself, I was no, I want this, and I was way
something
more,
shifted.
Something shifted.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I remember we were busy. I mean, we're always busy. That is just the fact of life. But I remember not feeling quite, I felt mismatched, we weren't quite there yet on the same page together. So I do remember you shifted, and it was beautiful actually, because there was so much support. My body went through mini labor, if you like. So neither one of us expected that or knew what to expect. And Aaron was really, really supportive, just gorgeous, in terms of how you held space for me. So I still really hold that really close to my heart, that moment, because I think it did bring us closer on a different level. So I think preparing and getting your partner on board is that continuous conversation, right? And it's not just an overnight thing. It's helping each other understand how one feels, and trying to get on the same page as much as you can, without force or pressure, because I don't know, I personally felt maybe my reflection was that I was pushing the issue too much. So and in the end, it was nice to let go, to then let that energy back in again in a more natural sort of way, rather than forcing the conversation or forcing the issue. And then you're 100% on board. You went from maybe hesitant to I'm all in.
Yeah, I don't know how other guys are gonna respond to what I'm about to say, but I kind of get the feeling, and having a bunch of mates as well that are all now got kids, I kind of feel it's a case of guys are probably never completely and wholeheartedly ready, if you like in inverted commas, because I just think, I don't know, maybe we're not wired that way or whatever.
So do you need a little bit of a kick?
So a little bit of a kick can help.
A little bit of a kick.
But I kind of feel when guys are once you're in the pocket and you're in the zone and it's happening, that I think most guys will step up, if you like. So if any of the boys out there are listening to this and they're not feeling 100% confident about it all, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta have a crack.
Awesome. Well, there you go. They might give you some clues, answer questions, reassure you, help you feel like you're not alone, that it is a process, that there's hope out there for your guy. Then hopefully this video has done that for you. Thank you, Aaron, for driving safely while chatting to everyone, and do send us questions if you have any particular questions. I'm happy to get my husband into a video with me and help answer questions. But I've loved sharing the story with you. Thank you for watching. I'd love to see a comment or a love heart as a sign of encouragement, especially for Aaron for sharing today. Thank you.